Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership last week, so I wanted to say thank you. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Libra out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. And as always, Libra, please don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? Libra. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so I was directed to keep those. I don't usually take 3 cards in that position, but all right, so we have the Hangman, we have the Knave of Pentacles in the reverse, and coming out together is the Four of Wands along with the Knave of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Very interesting. All right, so Libra, you're waiting here. I feel like you've had the opportunity for somebody new in your life. I feel like they just weren't offering you what you were looking for, or maybe they weren't offering you anything that, you know, it seems as if it's not interesting you. You're looking for something that is stable, something that is, that you can grow, that you can build upon. With the Knave of Wands here, I just feel like somebody didn't spark that interest. It's like there was some interest, but it wasn't enough that you felt it could grow. It could be, you know, bigger. I do feel like there was some physical interest in this connection, but I feel like it just wasn't enough to really spark your interest. You're wanting more, and you're wanting stability. You're wanting passion. You're wanting love. You want the whole enchilada, basically, and you're willing to wait for that. I feel like you're not in a great big rush. You're willing to wait for what it is that you do want. You definitely have options here. So I feel like for whoever this is for, you may be dating or, you know, just keeping your options open here. I also feel like there is somebody that has kind of been in and out of your life that you still have your eye on. This person may have been inconsistent, or the relationship may have been an on and off again relationship. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Libra's energy. Show me who is in Libra's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Six of Swords. So the person in your energy is somebody that, you know, if they had the options, they would choose you. They're freeing themselves from something here, something that was painful, something that kept them kind of bound and tied up. And I feel like this person didn't realize that they had the ability to let themselves free of this for a while, and maybe they're realizing it now. They're definitely at a crossroads in their life. They're making choices here. This could even be a friend, for that matter. Somebody that you know and you may be cordial with, but they're freeing themselves from something that was very painful. I'm also seeing with the Six of Swords here that this person has gone through a lot of chaos, and as they're freeing themselves, I also feel like they're moving towards something much more peaceful. Let me see the energy between you and this person. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. There's been a loss between the two of you. This could have been a codependent relationship in some form. Again, I'm getting that energy, though, Libra, that there's a friendship here. It's almost like a partnership of some sort of friendship. I, again, feel like you may have waited to see what this person was going to do, but there's been a lot of loss. You both have gone through a lot of loss. Let me see. So what's affecting the connection is the Magician in the reverse. It didn't manifest the way you thought it would. for either of you, for that matter. Yeah, it just didn't pan out. It didn't manifest. And so there's been a sense of loss. Let me see. But you're also feeling, Libra, like other options are not manifesting the way you want, but it's because you feel these people are not really offering you anything of substance. And again, your standards are very high right now, Libra, and I commend you on that. Let's see. Show me the outcome. The Star. So there's hope here. And I do feel like there's balance. I feel like the person that's in your energy is somebody who wants to move towards you. You could have had conflict with this person in the past, but they want to move towards you and restore peace and restore balance in this connection. This person kind of views you, Libra, like a star. They kind of have you a little bit on a pedestal. They feel like you have it all. And maybe you do, because I can see in your energy that this is, you're definitely waiting for the stable, full picture here. You're not, anybody new that comes into your life, if they're not bringing that, they're not bringing the whole thing, you don't want it. And I definitely see that you have options, and I see you turning down options left and right. Now, this person in your energy feels like you have everything, that you are the total picture here. So they view you as a star. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Now that is somebody approaching in a very truthful and very swift manner. So let's clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Hanged Man here for Libra? Why is the Hanged Man here for Libra? I'm getting that some of you were waiting for this person. They may have been in another relationship or marriage. Yeah, the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it wasn't moving forward. It wasn't moving forward because somebody either had a choice between two people, or they had a big choice to make with regard to love, and they weren't making a choice. They had you holding, waiting. And at some point, you made a big choice. You kind of took your power back here and you said, okay, this is not moving forward. It was moving forward slowly. Now it's not moving forward at all. And you had to make a choice. And that choice was to move away from this person. Therefore, we see the loss that's been experienced. But I feel like you're still grieving this connection in some manner. Let me see why the Knave of Pentacles is in reverse. The Sun in reverse. And the Six of Swords. Now that's in their energy. So you don't know if this person's ever going to offer you anything. Which is why you chose to move forward. Yeah, you've decided to move forward. You weren't happy about doing it. But it wasn't manifesting. It wasn't coming into fruition. And you don't know if this person's ever going to offer you anything. So you felt you had to make this decision. You felt you had to move forward. Let me see the bottom energy for Libra. Show me the bottom energy for Libra. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Six of Wands and the Five of Cups reverse. So you want a successful relationship. You want one that is very stable. You're turning down anything that you don't feel is going to be the total picture. I'm getting repeating messages with regard to that. This person that you were dealing with could have been a bit of a player at the worst, and at best they were just in and out, never really committing to anything, and that left you feeling extremely powerless. I feel like you don't want to fight with this person. You may even feel like there is love still there, but it seems like this person just has an inability to commit. They're in, they're out. They show up when it's convenient for them, And you feel like, you know, I don't want to fight with them. If that's what they want, they can have it. I don't want to fight with them. I want something successful. I also feel like you are playing the field for those of you that are, you know, viewing this reading or feel it's resonating with you. I do see you went through some depression. I see you went through some very difficult times. And I feel like you may even have some regrets here about dealing with somebody that may have been in another connection. That's for some of you with this Four of Wands and the Five of Cups reversed. But I do feel like a lot of you still feel like there is love here. You hope that this person was, you know, not for, how do I word this? The thoughts come a little faster than my words can come out. A lot of you are hoping that this person actually did have love and feelings for you, that they actually had that Two of Cups, because I feel like you did. But it appears that this person was in another connection of some sort, or had other responsibilities that were holding them down. And I feel like it became a struggle, and you just didn't want to do the struggle anymore. You wanted something that was, you know, going to happen in an easy manner. And I don't mean like, you know, when I say easy, it flowed smoothly without third party, without, you know, feeling unrecognized by this person. And they were incapable of doing that. And I feel that at some point you just said, yeah, I'm done with this. There may have been a lack of communication with this person. If that's the case, I do feel like you would like to talk to this person at this point, mainly to see, did you actually love me? Did you actually have feelings for me? You're definitely not wanting to argue with them, though. Let's look at their energy. Show me why the Two of Wands is here for the person in Libra's energy. Because I feel like there was some conflict here, and I feel like this person wants to make peace. Page of Cups and the Emperor in the reverse. This person may have a situation that is really out of control in their life. I feel like they are feeling, how do I word this? They're feeling very low vibrational right now. I also feel like this person wants to extend an apology to you. And just so you know, because I see you questioning it, Libra, this person they do have feelings and emotions for you. They definitely do. I feel like this person would choose you over anyone, but at the same time, their life is really spiraling out of control. This person could be a high-level manager, a business owner, and if so, I feel like they're having difficulties in their life in many areas, not just one. For some of you, this person is freeing themselves from another connection as well, and you will hear from them. It's like an olive branch is being extended. Why is the Eight of Swords in reverse? Why is the Eight of Swords in reverse? All right, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So, yeah, it looks like this person, for a lot of you, brought you in as a third party. Of course, that's not for everybody, but that's the way it's appearing for some of you. I do know that regardless, this person has love for you. They have a lot of passion for you. I feel like this is somebody who, you know, presents himself more on the passion side. This would be somebody who, you know, their love language, I guess, would be physical contact. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, this person could have some addiction problems, particularly with regard to alcohol or drugs, possibly codependency. I think a lot of those things tend to go hand in hand. And this person is trying to free themselves from that. It's like their life has really spun out of control, but they're keeping their eye on you. They have their eye on you. They really do have you on a pedestal. This person is likely to take action after a lot of non-action. They're freeing themselves from something here. It could be addictions. It could be another connection. It's painful for them to do that, though. I feel like they feel bound. They feel constricted. It's a painful thing. And the reason it's taken them so long, Libra, is because the act of freeing themselves from these things is extremely painful for them. Let me see why the Six of Swords is here for the person in Libra's energy. Why is the Six of Swords here for the person in Libra's energy? Ten of Cups reversed. Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're highly focused on you. They're moving towards you. This is somebody who, though, they're very unhappy. Life has not gone the way they wanted it to. It has not at all. There's something in their life, if not many things, it looks like many things in their life, has really spiraled out of control. And they're very unhappy. And their unhappiness has only, since you and they have not been talking, it's like their life has gone more and more out of control. They're more and more unhappy. And I do feel that they do want to reach out to you. They don't know if you will be open to talking to them. This person feels like you've turned your back on the connection and that you're not open to talking to them. You've put up very high boundaries, and they're not happy about that either. So I feel like they are focused on you. They are moving towards you. And I don't feel like you're aware of that. So there's likely little to no communication with this person, and you have no idea that this person is moving in your direction. And they have no idea what you're going to do if they do approach you. But I do feel that they're going to reach out. It's going to be in a very small manner. It's like an olive branch. They're testing the waters, basically. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Well, that's a little much. Let's try that again. All right, we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Five of Swords. So the two of you had a falling out. You had a falling out, and it was either because this person had a choice between two people, or they were not, coming towards you with commitment, or both. I do feel like your guard is still pretty high with this person. I definitely see there was a conflict. And I also feel like, Libra, you felt like you had no other choice here. This person was not budging. They were not moving whatsoever. And I feel like you had to fight for yourself here. They are still showing up with the King of Pentacles in the upright, which does tell me that this person is still involved. If they were involved in another connection, they're still involved in that connection, but they're coming towards you with an apology here. I don't feel like this is somebody who has been faithful to another connection for a lot of you. So I also feel like this is somebody that is working very hard right now. It looks as if their financial situation is not what they want it to be. There's things in their life that has really spun out of control, but I see that they have made a decision to reach out to you. Why is the Magician in reverse? You may feel that this person is manipulative. Judgment in reverse. And the High Priestess, yeah. So this, it didn't manifest because the person in your energy was keeping secrets. And for those of you that this was third party, you were one of the secrets. They're trying to free themselves from the secrets, free themselves from addictions possibly, free themselves from being unhappy, a life that they don't want anymore. So this is, and they're looking towards you. I do feel like this is somebody who is still involved in another connection. So when they do approach you, I don't see that this person is going to be free of another connection if that is the issue. And if that's not the issue, they're still keeping a lot of secrets here. That is going to affect whether or not this manifests properly. Because I can see that you're not having any of it. You're not. I feel like you will move forward away from this person, or continue, should I put it, continue moving away from this person, because, you know, all these secrets, all of the, any third-party energy, lack of commitment, all of this made you unhappy. The fact that this person wasn't offering you anything of stability made you unhappy. This is why you moved forward. And I feel like it was a judgment call for you, Libra. I feel like you acted on your intuition here. And I feel like you felt compelled to make a choice for your own happiness. Now, I will say that this person is still keeping secrets. Yeah. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. So just be careful, because this person is coming back in. All right, we have the 8 of Wands reversed. We have the 10 of Wands. And we have the Page of Wands. You're going to block them. Yeah, you're going to block them. This person is coming towards you. They don't even know if you're going to be receptive to talking to them. I feel like this is someone who is approaching you not in an Emperor's energy, but in the energy of a page. You know, they may just reach out to you in some small manner. It could even be something as small as, you know, liking something on social media, or perhaps a text. I do see them reaching out to you. They're basically testing the water, because your boundaries are now so high that they know you're not going to accept anything other than everything. You want everything. And I think that they're still involved elsewhere, or they're still not offering you anything of great substance. I don't like that they're coming in page energy. And so I feel like, even though they put you on a pedestal, removing themselves from something else that's keeping them trapped is extremely painful. And this is what they're in the process of trying to do, whether that be addictions or, you know, another connection. Even so, it's painful for them. They're moving incredibly slow, and you're like, okay, well, I feel like there's still love here. This could be successful, but the way you're approaching me is, you know, when it's convenient for you, and I'm not dealing with that. I do feel like you will resolve any problems with this person, because you do still have feelings and emotions for them. You do love them, but you're questioning whether or not they actually love you. And I feel like you have every right to question that, because they keep secrets, and they, you know, they're trying to keep you secret. And so I feel like you have every right to do that. I also feel like you're working very hard on your own healing, your own hopes, your own dreams. And if this person's not going to offer you what is within that full package, then you're going to block them. And so there is an energetic block here, if not a physical block, on healing. Some of you guys have blocked this person entirely, because you just don't want to deal with the problems that they're bringing into the picture. It's not a matter of love. It's a matter of whether or not this person is actually offering you anything. And I do feel that you don't want to deal with any more of the same stuff from the past. And I don't blame you. So I feel like you're working more on your own healing. You definitely have other options here, but you're just not finding the option yet that you're looking for. I would say keep looking. And as far as this person goes, they are going to reach out to you. It's going to be in a small manner. And they don't feel like you want to talk to them. They feel like you've moved forward, but they're very focused on you. And I feel like they do want to bring peace to the situation. They're going to test the waters, basically, but I feel like you're blocking that. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. That's underlying energy. We have 2 knights, so the 2 of you are kind of at war in a sense. I don't feel like physically, but it's a matter of you wanting truth and clarity, and, you know, this person to actually come forward in the correct way. And they're still coming in with the Knight of Wands. They're still coming in with the inconsistency, with the passion, but no substance. And so it's putting the 2 of you at odds. All right, I'm going to pull some oracles, and we'll see. Well, Actually, I'm told to stop. So, all right. So we have, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. This could be a twin flame or a deep soulmate connection. And then we also have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Libra. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, namaste.